The fact is, accelerometers don't need to accelerate to register a force. The fact that they can sit still here on Earth at a constant and they measure a constant force without accelerating shows that accelerometers not only measure acceleration, but they also measure a constant force. So digital accelerometers don't only detect acceleration, they also detect a constant force by the fact that they can sit on Earth at rest and still detect the constant motion. It doesn't have, because when I actually accelerate in that digital accelerometer up, it registers that acceleration up. In other words, if people are claiming the Earth is accelerating up, a digital accelerometer should detect that. And I did an experiment with a digital accelerometer. When I actually accelerated up, you can see the G-force increase when you actually accelerate it up, when you increase the velocity. If the Earth was accelerating up, guess what? That number should just be going up into infinity. Your digital accelerometer will be reading probably like 1 trillion G-force by now. The fact is, it detects 1 G-force, a constant 1 G-force. It's only when you take it out of that resting state and add more velocity to it, then it registers more. Fact. It's going to increase the more you accelerate up. Fact. You can recreate that experiment yourself. I don't have the funds to do that. If you have a motor accelerating something up, right? And if that motor is going at 5 miles an hour, if your weight's going to increase whatever you have on that platform. Then you go to 10 miles an hour in the second second, that weight's gonna increase even more. And if you go to 15 miles an hour in the third second, it's gonna increase even more. If you go to 20 miles an hour in the fourth second, it's gonna increase even more. Anybody claiming that your weight's gonna remain constant by the 5th second, for example, after the 1st second, you're a fucking idiot. You're gonna need to demonstrate that. You're gonna need to show that your weight is gonna remain constant at that constant acceleration. But guess what's gonna happen? Your weight's gonna constantly increase the more you accelerate, the more you add to the upwards vector. That's a fact. So the fact that there's people fucking claiming that, oh, acceleration gives you constant weight, constant acceleration gives you constant weight, are fucking morons. They're fucking idiots. Literally, anybody claiming that's a fucking idiot. It's a fact. So that's just the fact.
It's just a NEMA 23 stepper motor with 24 volt power supply, Arduino stepper motor controller.
The prime movers here. So where's your demonstration of weight gradient and vector at a constant if you so quick to call others morons? Weight gradient and vector at a constant. Oh, I'm gonna do a video. I just haven't had time. I need to go to like a building that has like 10 floors. And then my experiment is gonna be put a scale, stand on a scale. And obviously I'm gonna weigh, whatever I weigh. And then as the scale accelerates up, obviously in the 1st second, after the 1st second, it's gonna remain at a constant to get to the 10th floor. I'm gonna show that the weight's gonna increase. Even if it's 1 pound, you're gonna see the weight increase. Even if it's slight, but I'm gonna be moving up at a constant, adding to the upwards vector. So, because elevators don't accelerate up to the 10th floor. They accelerate in the beginning. After the 1st second or 2 seconds after it reaches a constant velocity, they just remain at that constant velocity up until they reach the 10th floor. So, and that experiment will show an increase in weight at a constant velocity. So yeah, I can't wait to do that test. I can't wait. Yeah, once I have that test, it's gonna be pretty good. But again, accelerating earthers are fucking morons.
We have 2 claimed causes for your weight. We have constant motion, and we have acceleration. With the constant motion claim, your weight must be proportional to the velocity. This means that if you increase the velocity of the upwards motion, your weight must also increase. With the acceleration claim, your weight must be proportional to the rate of acceleration. This means that an increase in the rate of acceleration will increase your weight. For this vertical test, we will use an elevator and some weighing scales. The elevator is perfect because it first accelerates, then it travels at a constant velocity, then it decelerates. So we get to test everything in one go. The passenger weighs 164 pounds, but as the elevator accelerates upwards, the weight increases. Then the elevator settles at a constant velocity and the passenger's weight returns to its original weight of 164 pounds, proving that increasing the upwards velocity has no effect on weight. Then finally the elevator decelerates, and the passenger's weight decreases. This simple test clearly shows that acceleration causes weight, and constant motion has no effect on weight whatsoever. Once again, this thoroughly debunks the constant motion claim.